like the size of my face. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know. And for today's video, we're going to be doing another full face of makeup. This time we are going to be featuring a Wet n Wild. So I'm super excited to go ahead and test out some of these products. A lot of these products I have not used before. So if you guys are interested in one brand tutorials and then also interested in Wet n Wild, then this video is definitely for you. So give it a thumbs up if you do enjoy the video, and then don't forget to consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, guys. All right, so first things first is hair has to go back. I actually just got my hair done yesterday. I was finally able to get an appointment with my girl and she worked her magic, and I am like so obsessed. But let's go ahead and just get right on into it. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Coconut 3-in-1 Primer Water. So I actually really love this primer water. I've used this before, but I really like the mist of it. It is a little bit harsher than some of my other primer waters, but I actually really do enjoy it just because it really hydrates my skin, and that is essential. And I just love the smell of that. That just smells so good. So let's go ahead and prime up the lids. So for eye primer, I've actually never tried this before. I'm trying to experiment with more eye primers so I can give you guys a review of like my top eye primers for oily eyelids. So this one is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, and this is supposed to be super long lasting. So I need something that's going to last really long on my eyelids because I am an oily gal. So I need something that's going to last a really long time. This seems to hopefully be it. So it is a little squeezy tube applicator, and it does have a little bit of a tint to it, if you guys can see. I'm just gonna go ahead and plop some on. Eye primer is something that I can't tell you if I like right away, so I'm gonna wear this eyeshadow for the rest of the day. If this can keep me matte until I go to bed, then that's a win in my book, but I will keep you guys posted in the description box. So let's go ahead and prime up the skin next. So we're gonna be using the Photo Focus. A lot of the products in here are Photo Focus. This is the face primer. This one is the matte one. I have super oily skin, so I need a matte primer. I don't smell anything, which I like. Ooh, all right, so it's very like runny, if you guys are able to see that. So I'm just gonna smush that between my hands and just rub it on my face. It's actually really easy to blend out. It kind of feels like a moisturizer. I definitely feel the matteness already. Like my skin feels like it's getting rid of all of that extra dew that I did have going on. So for eyeshadow, I actually have two different palettes. I have used this one on my channel before. It would help if I had it the correct way. This is the Color Icon My Glamour Squad. I really love this palette. I've used this plenty of times on my channel, but then I also have the little mini one. This is the Color Icon. This is just a quad, and this is the purple. I thought this was really pretty. Go ahead with the purple. I feel like I haven't played with color in a minute. All right, so this is what it looks like up close. It looks really pretty, so you guys can probably tell this eye look is going to be pretty simple. Let's go in and use this bottom shade for the transition. So I'm just going to dip my brush in here. It is pretty powdery. I've used these shadows before. I don't mind that they are super powdery because I actually really do enjoy the color payoff. Like you guys can already tell it is pretty pigmented. I'm just running that in my crease. I'm going in back and forth motions and then kind of just buffing out the corner a little bit and then dragging that up. But you guys could see like that color is picking up very nicely. Let's deepen up the outer V just a tiny bit. So let's go in with this color right here, this really pretty like plum color. And I'm taking like a flat brush, but it is a little bit more fluffy. I'm just gonna tap, ooh, that's pigmented, that on the corner of my eye. I'm gonna tap and blend. I'm using this just to really deepen up this outer eye to keep it like, I guess a little smoky. This is blending out really, really nicely. It is very, very pigmented. So I'm actually just going to take a like cleaner brush and then just blend some of that excess into the crease, not going above the crease, just going right in there in windshield wiper motions to really blend this out. I feel like the white is kind of lacking in color, just like a tiny bit. This one is the white, this one is the purple, so maybe we'll go in with the purple. Kind of packs a little bit more of a punch, so let's just take a flat brush. I'm not going to wet it at first. I just want to see that color payoff. That is it without wetting. It doesn't look bad, but I feel like you can definitely make it look a little bit more pigmented. So let's use our finger to see if that can help amp it up a little bit. There we go. This is what I wanted. Yeah, that looks so much better. I'm gonna do the same exact thing because I feel like being able to layer it like that really popped that color out. Let's go ahead and wet the brush. So I'm just going to take that color first. Then I'm gonna take the primer water that we used. I feel like that amped up the look a little bit. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And let's do some brows. I know I'm going out of order, but we are going to go in with the retractable brow pencil. One end, ooh, this is a thick guy. So you have this little pencil, and then the other end is the spoolie. So let's go ahead, spoolie out the brows. I hope this color matches me because I did get this color when my hair and like my roots were pretty dark. So ooh, that's actually really, really pigmented. All right, so I'm not sure how I like it. I feel like it was very, very thick. Like the crayon part was like pretty thick, so I feel like my brows look extra thick. I like the pigment of it. Brushing them through, it definitely helps. So let's go ahead and apply the foundation. So I've used the regular Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, but I've never used the stick version. I have mine in the shade Vanilla Beige. I don't know if this is going to be a perfect match for me, but we're going to make it work as always. So let's see. I'm just going to draw stripes. Oh no, I think it's going to be a little too dark. It is creamy. It's just not creamy like I feel like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one is pretty creamy. Gladio one is really creamy. This I feel like it's creamy. It's just not as creamy as that. About that much, which kind of looks like a lot. If I don't like how it applies with my sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it with a brush. And it's actually blending out pretty nicely with a sponge, but I feel like it's probably going to be easier with a brush. And I'm just using the buffing foundation brush from It Cosmetics. So yeah, this is so much easier. I feel like this is giving me medium coverage. It feels really, really light on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It's blending out really, really nicely, especially for a like stick foundation. I don't know, I actually feel like that actually might be a pretty good match. Okay, so I feel like I look pretty dewy right now. It feels very, very tacky. All right, so let's do a little bit of concealer, and this is the Photo Focus concealer. Mine is in the shade Light Medium Beige. So this is what the applicator looks like. It looks like a pretty decent like doe foot, but let's see. All right, so one thing is you do not get a lot of product that comes out. I feel like I'm gonna have to dip in here a lot. So one thing that I do not like is I'm constantly have to dip in. Is very annoying. I'd like to just dip in once per side, but let's blend this out. So that blended out really, really nicely. It didn't really brighten up my skin so much. So ideally I would like to go a shade down, but let's blend this out. Oh, actually, I feel like the coverage is actually really, really good. It Cosmetics brush that I use and just get right up in that dark inner circle and then just blend out. Can I say I actually really enjoy this concealer? I feel like it really helped conceal my deep dark under eye circles. I wish the doe fit was a lot better, truthfully. I wish I didn't have to dig in there multiple times, but I feel like this coverage, it looks really, really good. All right, so for powder, we're gonna be going in with the Photo Focus powder. This is the translucent one. I've used this quite a few times on my channel as well. The packaging is pretty messy, but I don't mind because I actually really enjoy this. All right, guys, I thought my camera was recording and it was not. All I did was powder the rest of my face. I really, really love that powder. I feel like it just really mattified my skin. My skin looks like it has a little bit more coverage, especially around the under eye area. And then I also finished up the lower lash line. And then for the lower lash line, all I did was I did a tight press of this on the lower lash line about halfway, and I smudged out with this, and then also just a tad bit of this shade right over here. So that is all I did. That is all you missed. Thank goodness I realized that. So next we're gonna go in and set our brows. I feel like this is essential. So we're gonna go in with the Ultimate Brow Mascara, and that is what the packaging looks like. Again, sorry guys, I'm still learning the ins and outs of my camera, so just bear with me for a few videos. This is what the packaging looks like. It is a big old wand. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I usually hate wands like this. Mine is in the shade Blonder Over Yonder. Oh my god, that's adorable. So I usually hate brow mascaras like this because I hate that they're so thick. Pretty easy to like apply, but this brow looks so thick that I'm not really a fan. This is too big. This is way too big, way too thick, so I definitely do not like that. If you're somebody who likes more of like a thicker brow, or you have a lot of brows, I feel like you're gonna like this. So let's go in and apply some bronzer. So for bronzer, we're gonna be using the Holy Grail Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunset Striptease, and it looks really, really pretty. I love the shade. I've used it so many times before. Just such a perfect like bronzer shade. And we're just gonna bronze up the skin. Like, oh, look at that. It blends out really, really nicely as well. It just gives you that like off the beach kind of a look. But let's go ahead and use this blush. This is the Color Icon Ombre Blush, and this is what that looks like. It does this not look so stunning. I love the ombre effect. This might be too light for me, so I'm actually gonna go in with more of a denser brush instead of my typical stippling brush. So I'm gonna go ahead, blend and mix between the two. Got that really pretty color. Oh, actually, this looks pretty. It just gives a really nice flush. And I feel like it has a little bit of a sheen, if you guys are able to tell. It has a little bit of a sheen, but I feel like it looks really, really pretty. Little on the nose, but I think that looks really, really nice. Let's go ahead and apply some highlighter. So I've used this highlighter so many times on my channel, but this is the Mega Go highlighter. This one is in the shade Precious Petals. It looks so beautiful. I love this color. It does have a little bit of like a pinky undertone, but it just looks so beautiful. They also have a really nice loose highlighter, but I felt like this one just matched a little bit more with this kind of purple look. And then down the nose, I'm gonna apply a little bit here. So we also have to do a little inner corner highlight, but I want to do something a little different. So usually 99.9% of the time I always match my highlight that I'm wearing to my like inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, but I really want to try this white shade. It looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead, take that, pop that on. Okay, so I feel like this you really have to layer up. I got that nice bright look. Let's go ahead and apply some mascara. So for mascara, I have the Lash-O-Matic. I have never used this. I've actually never heard of this, but it's supposed to make you look like you're wearing lashes. Like, what? It sounds really, really interesting. So it's a mascara plus a fiber extension kit. Like, just look at the back of the box. Look at that top photo and tell me you do not want that. That looks so amazing. This is step 1 and 3, and this is step 2. So I'm just gonna apply this to the top lashes, and I'm just gonna do one eye at a time, but this is what the wand looks like. I'm just gonna get right to the root. All right, that looks all right, but let's go ahead and see what these fibers look like. Oh my God, they're white. What? Look at that. What? All right, let's see. I feel like this is gonna be a mess. All right, so we got the fibers on, which I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell, but let's go over it with the black. Fibers didn't come off on the wand. I feel like it did a pretty good job. Let's try one more time. Let me look up close, because I'm like intrigued. You don't see the fibers like at all. I thought that you'd be able to see them. I kind of really like that. I feel like it looks good. I feel like I am looking like I have a little bit more length. I kind of like it. I definitely want to play around with it a little bit more before I say like go out and get it. It looks cool, and I feel like it did do a little bit of a difference. All right, so now let's go ahead and spray our face. And this is the matte finish setting spray. This is supposed to provide all day wear. And it looks exactly the same as the primer water. Yeah, and it's just as heavy. I feel like you guys probably see, I feel like my body got sprayed as well when I sprayed this. I don't mind, and you guys could see, hopefully, like the actual large droplets all over my face. So hopefully it does not dry like that. But let's go ahead and align our lips. So I have the Color Icon lip liner in the shade Willow. This is really long. It's like the size of my face. Do you see that? It's literally like the size of my face. It's very, very long. I actually have never used a Wet n Wild lip liner. It's like longer than a pencil. Let's go ahead and outline our lips. Don't think this is gonna match, but it looks like a really pretty color. Okay, so it's pigmented. It's very, very creamy. It doesn't tug at the lips. I like this. This is like so long. I could not like just put this in my makeup bag because I feel like my makeup bag length isn't even this long. It's very, very long, but I like it. All right, so let's go ahead and apply some lipstick. Nudes. I'm probably gonna go in with Sun Nudes. This one is a gloss. I forgot how much I love this. Oh, we have one last thing. I can't believe I almost forgot this, guys. This is the Get Skinny Lower Lash Mascara. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember this? I used to use this in literally every single video. I don't know why it says new, because I used this literally last year, like when I was doing like YouTube and stuff. I used this all the time. It was literally my favorite. I bought like 2 of these I went through. It was so good. Oh my gosh, if you remember me using this, you are an OG, and I love you. Oh my God, this is so good. I love all of you, but this is so amazing. I love this for the lower lash line. It just gets right up in there, evenly distributes the mascara, and it just, I love it. It's so good. All right, guys, so this is the completed look. So 2 products that I actually did not like are the 2 brow products. I felt like the Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil was pretty thick. I felt like my brows looked really thick. Not really a fan of this. I felt like I have other eye pencils that are affordable that I like a lot better than this. And then also the Ultimate Brow Mascara, I'm not really a fan of as well. This wand is just way too large and in charge. This is literally a wand that I would use for mascara. Something that I am on the fence about is this mascara. I feel like it did a really good job. I feel like it looked really good. My lashes look long. I just want to test this out a little bit more before I give you guys my final thoughts and impressions. I think that the blush looks really, really pretty. Love the highlighter, love the eyeshadow palettes. You cannot go wrong with either of these. They're both really, really good. The foundation I actually really like, and I feel like it's actually a pretty good match. So really like the foundation. Setting spray, I don't see any of the like dry marks on my face for the setting spray, so I feel like it did a pretty good job. but it's a little too harsh. So, and I feel like there are other setting sprays, like Milani has a really good one, and YX has a really good one, so I kind of like those. I will keep you posted on the eyeshadow, see how it wears, but I felt like the shadows went on really nicely, very pigmented, very easy to blend out over top of this. So I will keep you posted to let you guys know if it actually wears nicely on my oily lids. This concealer, one thing I would change about the concealer is making the doe foot a little bit different, or making the packaging a little bit different, just so that more of the concealer comes out. But I actually really like this. I feel like the coverage is actually like amazing. It did a really good job at covering my deep dark under eye circles, so I really love this. If you're looking for two products that I'm like, I swear by, like literally these are life-changing, would be the concealer and then also the lower lash mascara. I love it. But for the most part, I pretty much liked everything except for the brow products, which I find great. So if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go if you did like what you saw, so you'll be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty, and I do post 3 times a week, and that is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I hope that you guys are well and that you guys did enjoy this video. Did you ever use any of these products? If you did, let me know, what did you think? But if you guys love one brand tutorials, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what brand you want to see down below in the comments, and I will make that happen for y'all. But I will see you guys in a few days in my next video, and I hope that you guys are well and safe. Bye!